Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Neil Simon's comedy classic Plaza Suite has returned. This highly anticipated production welcomes Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker back to Broadway under the direction of John Benjamin Hickey. And we're here on opening night to celebrate with the company. Being back on Broadway, what's made it so special? Being in Plaza Suite, Neil Simon, working together?
I mean, it's everything. It's hard to say that there is one thing that makes this special. I think it's the combination of people, time, place. Even our producers who have just been so lovely to everybody, who never lost hope, you know. But more, I think probably the best has been that the audience. I think that's like felt so wonderful. Most people did not ask for a refund. They waited and waited and waited, and we know it, and we feel a great debt and obligation to them. And so I think stepping out on stage every night, even when it's scary, is just like absolutely joyful and exquisite. And it's just been so nice to have these packed houses and such enthusiasm. And the play. It's the play, the play, the play, the play. Neil Simon, to remind people or introduce him for the first time. It's just been, yeah.
That was very well. I agreed with all of that.
It's hard to believe that it's finally happening. Like, we always knew it would eventually. At first we were like, maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe a few months from now, and here we are 2 years later, but it's happening, and we're so excited.
I don't know if I'll ever in my life have an experience as good as this one. I mean, everyone involved is the nicest. Everyone's been extremely professional, and to have the pandemic thrown in the middle of it, it's just, you couldn't ask for a better group of people to get through that and come out with such a joyful production.
I am through the roof right now because it's hard to believe it's happening. I mean, it's been 2 years, and I kept saying it's actually, when they had us come in the other day just to practice the bows, the fact, and when it hit home that we're actually going to practice bows for opening night, I couldn't believe it. I had to write on my Facebook, it's happening, it's really happening.
It must be so great for you as a director to just watch how this play and these performances are touching audiences.
Yeah, I love it so much because, listen, I have such faith in the play. God knows I have faith in them, and I knew people would come to see them, but probably there's a large part of the audience who are coming to see Sarah Jessica, who are coming to see Matthew. Maybe they don't know Neil Simon if they're of a certain age. We know who he is. And for them to be delighted by the play and to hear that writing and to see it still elicit such rolling, roaring laughter in a theater is deeply gratifying and a testament to him and how timeless his comedy is.
I just feel ready. I feel ready for us to be open after all of this time and for these audiences to really get to enjoy this beautiful play that Neil Simon wrote. But to see, I think the magic that SJ and Matthew have is just amazing. So I feel happy, I feel excited, I feel ready, and we're all happy to be here.
You and your wife are both going to be on Broadway this season, right? Tell everybody who your wife is.
My wife is Tony DeBono, and she's playing Mrs. Strokosh in Funny Girl. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So you'll be at the Hudson. She'll be at.
She's at
the August Wilson.
Yeah. And we have our both of our posters are side by side in Schubert Alley, and it's a first for me. That's really cool.
But it's your Broadway debut tonight. How do you feel?
I'm so excited. How in the world did I get in this cast? I'm kind of still pinching myself to be on the same, in the same company as Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker. It's incredible.
I can't believe this is real. I just think of my high school self, and I watched videos. I watch these videos. And it's just, you've heard it before, but it never gets old, I'm sure. It's just incredible.
Opening night, it's amazing to think about the fact that we started this journey 2.5 years ago in Boston, and to think that we made it all the way here to the Hudson Theater, and we're just all so grateful. And it's Neil Simon. I mean, it's a comedy, and it's time for all of us to laugh and appreciate humor and humanity in one, really, because this is a really tremendous play. I mean, because in the 3 acts you have laughter, certainly, but you also have, and especially in the first act, you have a tremendous amount of heart and difficult sort of connective tissue between the two characters, which Matthew and Sarah every single night are executing with such beautiful articulation.